everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, if you happen to be here for the very first time, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Would you be so kind as to click the subscribe button on your way out, or even if you want to pause here real quick and just go ahead and click the subscribe button. My name is Donella, and this is my little world of makeup, of beauty, of skincare right here. And if you guys haven't guessed why I'm so jiggy, it's because I am in fact wearing the newest release from JuviasPlace. It's the I Am Magic foundation and the I Am Magic concealer. Now, if you're not living under a rock, you guys should know that JuviasPlace did make this announcement sometime last year that they will be moving over into complexion products, and one of the first things they want to do is to release foundations and concealers. Now, the I Am Magic foundation comes in 42 shades. It's a velvety matte velvety matte foundation, and the concealer comes in 24 shades. So trust me, honey, 42 shades, 24 shades of concealer. Trust me, there is one in there for you. What I really love about this is the fact that they have them grouped by kingdom. Now, there's the deep dark kingdom, the dark kingdom, and then there's the medium kingdom, and then there's the light kingdom. Or is it fear? I think it's fear, not light, if I'm not mistaken. But they have them grouped by kingdom. So if you know you're a dark girl, there's no reason for you to be in the fear/light kingdom. There's no reason for you to be, if you know you're a deep dark girl, then there's no reason for you to be in the medium kingdom. They have them grouped by kingdoms, and I absolutely love that. They have them named by countries and villages inside the African continent. So I absolutely love that. And my shade, if I haven't mentioned it, I am the shade Malawi, which is shade number 230, and I actually went in and bought the shade number 10. Now, when you go on the website actually has a shade finder, and that's going to help you in terms of finding your shade. Once you know what kingdom you're in, then it's going to help you finding your shade and the corresponding concealer that goes with that particular shade. Now, the corresponding concealer that actually goes with this was number 12. However, I wanted my highlight to look a little bit more brighter, so I bought the shade number 10. You know, I was being a little bit cantankerous, and I was like, look, I know that I usually go for the concealer that gives me that whole natural look. However, I really want to be a little bit cantankerous right now, so I'm going to go maybe 2 shades down, and I chose the shade number 10. So this is Malawi in the foundation, and this is shade number 10. If you're also not living under a second rock, then you should also know that JuviasPlace has probably some of the most popular eyeshadows around, and I actually should probably show you guys how they normally look. This one is the Masquerade by JuviasPlace. This is not the one that I'm wearing right now, but I really want to show you guys exactly how some of the palettes look. They actually look like this. They have the large ones like this, and then they have the mini size ones, and their eyeshadows are actually extremely pigmented. Like, just one swipe, and honey, I'm telling you, you get the most out of just one swipe. Look at this. One of those group of companies that have some of the most pigmented eyeshadow palettes around. So, and not only that, they're actually really inexpensive. So you find a lot of persons actually buying it up, like and literally almost every week they have a sale, which is really good. As a matter of fact, while I'm filming this, I think they have a 40% special that's going on their website right now. So if you guys want to go ahead and just pause this video real quick and see if the sale is going on still, and get yourself some JuviasPlace eyeshadow palettes. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. And for this video is giving my first impression / demo of the I Am Magic foundation and the I Am Magic concealer. If I forgot to mention, the foundations and the concealers come in warm, neutral, cool, and olive undertones. Actually glad that JuviasPlace actually included the dark girls, or the girls in general, that have olive undertones. I know there are a lot of persons who really struggle with finding a foundation or a brand that actually includes olive undertones, because there aren't much. Like, literally, if I could actually tell you guys one, like, straight off of see, I'm thinking really hard. one particular brand that I know that actually covers olive undertones is, of course, NYX Cosmetics. That's probably the one that I could tell you, like, straight off of my head. Now, I'm not saying there aren't others, but those that I've actually used, that I know for a fact, those that I continue to use over and over, I know NYX is definitely one of those brands that holds tight to those girls that have olive undertones. So I know if you do in fact have olive undertones and you're looking for a brand that is inexpensive, then try NYX. NYX covers all the girls that have olive undertones. I feel like I'm rambling way too much. So if you guys really want to see whether or not I liked the foundation, whether or not I liked the concealer, whether I would recommend them, whether I would not recommend them, then please stay tuned. I feel like I need that Disney one, you know, like, you know, that Disney one with the Mickey Mouse head and so forth. All right, let's get straight into it. Here's what I did. I dimmed my ring light down to a certain brightness, and I'm sitting directly in front of my window, and I have the windows open all the way up because I really want you guys to see how the foundation look in as much natural light as possible, because if you really want to see natural light, then I would have to go outside to film, and I am not going outside in that heat. No sorry. So to start off with, to prime my skin, I'm going to be using the Milk Hydro Boost Primer Grip, and I'm using this because from what I've read, this foundation is a matte foundation, and I really just want to add a bit more hydration to my skin. Even though I have naturally oily skin, unfortunately, I still want to add a bit of moisture just so that the foundation doesn't look too dry and my skin itself doesn't look too dry or cakey. I mean, even though I have oily skin, you know, whenever I cleanse and all that, it actually pulls the moisture from your skin. So I really want to keep that balance so that my skin doesn't look really weird, or the foundation doesn't look really weird whenever I apply it. So I'm going to just let this dry down for like a minute, and then we are just going to go straight into the demo of applying this foundation and this concealer. Everybody should know what the packaging looks like for the JuviasPlace Aya Magic. Both the foundation and the concealer, they come in like a peachy orangey package that looks like this, and the foundation comes in a 30 milliliter container that looks like this. I thought it was full-on matte, but it's actually a velvety matte foundation, and it's 30 milliliters of product inside of this. Now you guys know I love my pump bottle. However, I think I could live with a foundation that has a container like this, because overall I still think that you have control over the amount of product that you can actually use at a time. Concealer comes in a package that looks like this. I love products that actually have that clear container, where especially concealers, where I can actually see what the product looks like. You know, some persons like to put all sorts of fancy decoration and packaging over. I love persons who pack their concealers like this, where I can actually see the shade. I know there are those frosted bottles, but this isn't one of those frosted containers. You can actually see what the shade of the concealer looks like from here, and this is hefty. This is a heavy duty container right here. I mean, I could actually compare this. When I see this reminds me of my Pixie by Petra concealer, but it's still, I mean, look at this. The Pixie by Petra concealer has in 3.8 grams, and I actually thought this was big the first time I got it. I was like, this is so big compared to my regular concealers I'm accustomed to buying, you know, like my NARS and the NYX and the ColourPop, etc. When I saw this, I was like, whoa, this is a lot of products in this. I used to think this was big until I saw this. This has in 0.34 fluid ounces. This is a lot of concealer. I'm telling you, this is a lot of concealer. Take it out real quick. Let me see what the applicator looks like. I'm thinking it probably has a duck foot. Oh wow, that is a lot of product that comes out, and just pulling it out like that. You know what, let me just go straight into the demo. Just went ahead and scoots forward, pressed, applied, whatever you want to say, just one small bit of it, because from what I've seen from the reviews and from what they say on the site is that a little goes a long way, and I'm not trying to play myself, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some dots over on this side of my face. By the way, I did not get the brush when I first purchased this product, so let me get some mirror real quick. I'm gonna start from this side, and I'm just going to dot this all the way in. Wow. Now you guys know full coverage foundations aren't really my cup of tea, but whoa, wow. And I still have more left over on my hand, so I'm just going to apply it on the left side of my face right now. This is the side that has little blemish marks over here, so if I could get these covered in just one little application, wow. Y'all see, I'm just applying this with my mouth open, like I can't believe what I'm seeing here. I'm not a full coverage girl, but this is freaking amazing. Like, oh my god. Whoa. Wow. Oh. Wow. I'm lost for words right now. Seriously. Seriously. What? And this is actually, I'm just actually taking up the leftover on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to pump. Sorry, I'm just going to apply the rest of it to my big forehead. Wow, I'm absolutely stunned, shocked, amazed. Like my mouth fell open. I can't believe this. This foundation is freaking amazing. Like what? Oh my gosh. What? Stop playing. Stop playing with JuviasPlace. What? What? Dudes and dudettes, I have not applied anymore. I am still using the one pump that I put on the back of my hand. Like, whoa. Wow, listen, I'm completely amazed. I'm literally just going over my face with the one pump that I put on the back of my hand, just to make sure that doesn't everything is nicely smoothed out and there are no areas where I haven't blended. So I'm just going around with my my Juno sponge all over my face. Like I'm completely shocked. I'm shocked. One pump and I'm looking like this. Hello, Miss Ma'am. Hello. Whoa. All right, so let's just go ahead and apply the concealer and see how everything just flows together, or I should say tied together. Wow, I am lost for. Alright, so for the concealer, I bought the shade number 10, and now, like I said before previously at the opening, that there is a shade finder on the website. The shade finder is also going to help you find the corresponding concealer. However, because I know my shade and undertones and all that, I actually guessed it, and then when I did the shade test, the shade finder test, I was like literally spot on. I was like, look, when I look at those swatches and when I look at the shades that are in the dark kingdom, I'm Malawi. If I am not Malawi, I give up makeup. When I did it, I was like, whoa. And I just guessed, just from the look of the foundations and the undertones. I was just guessing basically from the undertones. I really was guessing. I did not know I was going to be spot on, like correct with the shade that I had in mind. I was like, wow. Donella, you deserve an award. Anyway, I'm using the shade number 10, and this looks like a lot of concealer that just, oh, whoa. Okay, we're gonna take this in stages because I feel like now the consistency of this concealer, it's extremely creamy. It actually reminds me of my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. It is, whoa, this is creamy. And it also reminds me of my Fenty concealer as well. You remember when I did my review on the Fenty concealers and powders, and I just did one application and it covered all the areas that I normally highlight? I'm getting the same thing from this, same exact thing. So let me just blend this all the way out. I'm not sure if this is a quick drying concealer, so I really don't want to take the chance. So let me oh wow. Wow, y'all see how easy that was to blend out? Oh my god, that looks so good. What? Oh my gosh, this is so creamy. I love this. I love this concealer. I love concealers like this. Anything that's just easy to blend out. And oh, score. I saw them not basketball. I saw them footballers when somebody score a goal. He said gold. I was just like, oh wow. Okay, let me just blend all of this out. Listen, let me just blend all of this out. Okay, what? I am not a full coverage girl, but I think I just might be temporarily easing over on the side, just temporarily, because of this foundation. Now, using my black opal ebony brown foundation stick to contour, because unlike everybody who got their cute little PR packages where they could choose from, I'm just like, look, I'm poor, okay? So I'm just gonna buy the matching concealer and foundation, and I'm good with that. Maybe someday I'll make it on JuviasPlace's PR list, where I'm able to have 4 to 5 foundations and concealers to choose from. But for now, I'm poor, so yeah, we are just going to buy what we can afford. All right, okay, so I'm really going to blend this out, because I really want the focus to be on the foundation and the concealer. So I'm really going to blend this all the way out, and then I'm going to set it with a bronzer. I'm just going to decide which bronzer I want to set it with. This is a velvety matte foundation, and I can actually see the creaminess of the concealer coming out before it actually creases. I'm just going to set the highlighted areas real quick with my Fenty instant retouch powder. I'm using the Fenty because I know Fenty is the one that actually gives me that really matte look underneath my eye, which is what I really like. And I'm using the shade, I actually mixed honey and banana together just to see how it's gonna look. And yeah, let me just set it real quick. Trust me, this instant retouch powder is like heaven for persons who have oily skin like I do. I literally use this almost for everything now, because it blurs my pores, and baby, it keeps me nice and matte in the areas where I want to stay nice and matte, which is the areas that I highlight. So let's go real quick. Ooh, that looks so good. That looks really good, I'm telling you right now. That, I don't know if y'all can see this on camera, but this looks really good. Really good. Alright, so to bronze, I am going to be using one of my favorite bronzers as of right now, which is this one here from Prime Beauty. This is one of their bronzers, and I think I took the wrong shade. Yeah, I took the wrong shade. This is Chocolate Litty. I'm looking for Bronzeville. Okay. Alright, and to bronze, I'm going to be using one of my favorite bronzers right now, which is this one here from Prime Beauty. It's one of their bronzers. It's called bronzers. They're called bronzers, I should say. And this one is called Bronzeville. And it looks like... Why do I keep taking up the wrong one? This is Chocolate Litty. This is actually Chocolate Litty. So if you're a deep, dark-skinned girl and you are looking for the perfect bronzer, trust me, that one from Prime Beauty, you're going to love. This is Bronzeville. This is what Bronzeville looks like. I'm just going to contour. I'm really trying not to put too many products over the foundation, because I really want to see what it's going to look like, you know, when my natural oils seep through it a little bit. Trust me, I could always tell whenever I'm going to love a foundation or how well it's going to hold up once I'm sitting in front of my mirror for at least like 2 hours, and I could see that it stays in place or it starts moving around. I could always tell if it's going to hold up or not. So let me just bronze real quick. Yeah, I love this bronzer. It's stunning. I'm back, and as you guys can see, I am wearing a full face of makeup here, and I have been wearing this foundation and concealer for going on 3 hours now. And I actually had to run to make a quick errand real quick, so I've been wearing my makeup for at least 3 hours. And as you guys can tell from my previous videos that I've done with foundation reviews, whenever I wear a makeup for at least 2 to 3 hours and I don't see any of my sweat breaking through, or I don't see any sort of separation or anything like that, I can always tell just in the first 2 to 3 hours if the foundation, number one, is gonna work for me, and number two, if I actually really like it. And you guys already know I am a medium to full coverage type of girl, but JuviasPlace really went in with this foundation and this concealer, and I can actually say without biting my tongue that I am absolutely in love with these two babies right here and the foundation finder. Yes, I remember somebody asked me this on Twitter, if the foundation finder is accurate. It is quite accurate. Looking at the foundation swatches that I saw on Coco Swatches on her Instagram page, and I actually pointed out my shade just from looking at her swatches, because she's about two or three shades darker than I am, and I'm like, look, when I see her swatches I can guess what my foundation shade is going to be, and I guessed it. And before I actually went and did the shade finder test, I put my Malawi and my number 10 shade concealer in the basket, and then I went back and I did the shade test, and I was like literally spot on. I was like, look, I deserve an award for being so damn good at picking out my foundation shade just from looking at it. I looked at the shade, and of course I looked at the undertone. You guys already know that I have golden/warm undertones, and I was literally spot on, and I was surprised because I thought I was going to get it wrong, but I was like, look, I've been doing this thing for quite some time now, so I think I know what my shade would look like. Okay, all right. So I was shocked. I actually shocked myself. Even though I knew I was going to get it right, I still was, like, maybe I'm going to get it wrong, but let me just go ahead and just see if I can actually get it right. And I was right. All right, so in terms of recommending these products, listen, I give these two babies right here 2 thumbs up. They are absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, they say that this foundation is the world's most full coverage foundation, and I totally agree. Although I am not a full coverage girl, I absolutely love this, and the fact that it's kept me matte this long. And I think it has a lot to do with my Fenty instant retouch powder, because that actually keeps me matte. And if I feel like a foundation and a concealer doesn't work well with my holy grail, as in my Fenty instant retouch powder, then honey, you have to go, because those babies I know for sure keep me matte. So if you don't work with them, then something is obviously wrong. So they worked well with those two. They work well with my Fenty instant retouch powder. Of course, I'm going to be testing it out with other translucent powders. Of course, the Sacha Buttercup powder, the Laura Mercier, the Beauty Bakery, all those that I know that I use on a regular basis, I'm going to be testing them out. But I know for a fact that my Fenty is my holy grail, and I use that so much, and I know that keeps me matte in the areas that I want to stay matte. So I had to test it out with my Fenty instant retouch powder first. So definitely I give these 2 products 2 thumbs up. I highly recommend you get these. Use the shade finder test. It is spot on, accurate, and honey, just live your life. Just live your life and just go ahead and get the damn JuviasPlace foundation and concealer, okay? All right, ladies and gents, so we have come to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for being here with me on this first impression / demo video of the new JuviasPlace I Am Magic foundation and concealer. If you happen to have appreciated this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up on your way out. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please be sure to click the subscribe button on your way out, and also click the bell button. Now the bell button is going to alert you as to whenever I have a new upload on my channel. Just a little email notification, nothing that's going to take away from your day. You just see the little notification that pops in your email inbox or on your phone, whichever one you have your mails connected to. It's gonna tell you, hey, Donella has a new upload on her channel, a new video, go check it out. Thank you guys so much for being here with me once again. If you are a returning subscriber, and if you happen to be here for the first time, thank you guys so much for watching this. Until my next upload, I'll talk to you guys real soon. Ooh. Bye bye.